I'm here to talk about MultiPlo from Scholtès, an amazing piece of equipment. It's basically in one unit, an oven and a cooktop, and you can do 5 different types of cooking with it, 5 different techniques. You can deep fry your chips or your donuts. You can also boil water and then blanch your vegetables or your pasta. You can also steam. Look at this basket, just put a piece of fish, bit of vegetables on there, great for healthy cooks. You can also roast in it and slow cook. And what I love about it, you can actually use 2 techniques at one time. I'm going to show you a few recipes of mine. So I'm going to do 3 recipes today. I'm going to do a beautiful rack of lamb with some potato dauphinoise and some peas à la française. Let's start with the potato dauphinoise. So all I've got to do, very easy to use, put it on, choose a zone and plus for temperature, and I think I'm going to go maximum, which is 16. All I need to do is pour the cream inside the pot, add the garlic, the French love garlic, and the thyme. Just going to put the lid back on, wait for the cream to boil, then I'll be adding the potatoes. Okay, it's only been there a couple of minutes and the cream is boiling already. I'm really amazed. I'm just going to season it with salt and of course pepper. It's smelling good already. There we go. And all I've got to do now is slide my potatoes in there, give it a bit of a stir. And basically I'm going to start cooking those potatoes in the cream before I put it in a baking tray and finish it in the oven. It's just a quicker way to do it, but it's the best way to do it. Just going to put the lid back on and reduce the heat to about 8. All I'm doing now is simmering those potatoes very gently until they're halfway through done. Okay, next step, as we can do 2 things at the same time, I'm going to cook the peas. So again, choosing the second zone. There's no better things than bacon and peas together. So all I'm going to do is put a nut of butter. Look at that, it's already melting along. Beautiful. I've got a specked bacon here, which is beautiful. Just cut big dice out of it. And I'm just going to fry it until it's well golden and caramelized. It's searing already. I just put it on. It's fantastic. Okay, next I'm going to put the shallots. You can use also the golden shallots if you want, but I love those. They're nice and sweet. Stir them in with the bacon. Beautiful caramelization. And then here I've got cost lettuce, or you can use butter lettuce as well. Beautiful. Stirring together. Until the lettuce is wilted. And as you know, as I'm doing this, the cream and the potatoes is still cooking together. So basically, by the time I roast my lamb next, my 2 side dishes will be ready at the same time as my lamb is cooked. Okay, the lettuce is wilted. Beautiful piece of butter. Put your peas that have been blanched already. Stir. I'm going to put a little bit of salt, not too much because the bacon is already salted. Like so. The pepper, you can go for it. Peas is so sweet. Loves the pepper. And all you have to do then is chicken stock. And you can reduce this, I would say, to 3. And let it simmer for about 10 minutes. I really love this because I've started the peas and the potatoes have been there for 10 minutes now, ready for me to move on with them. So the starch has been mixed into the cream, which is what I want. It's the beginning of the cooking of that potato dauphinoise. All you have to do is transfer this potato and cream into a roasting or baking dish. Piece of foil. So all you need to do now is put the gratin in the oven. But what's great about this oven is you can cook 2 different dishes at 2 different types of temperature at the same time. So you could bake a cake at 180 on top and then slow cooked at the bottom at 140. It's just brilliant. Now, another feature with this beautiful machine is this can go straight in a dishwasher. So while my peas are cooking, while my potatoes are cooking too in the oven, I'm gonna start with the lamb. Select your zone, slide temperature, 11. Drizzle a bit of olive oil in here, bit of butter, and I've got 2 beautiful rack of lamb here, Frenched, which means clean bones. A good thing to do is to cover the bones, so when you roast them in the oven, you don't burn them. Keep them clean. So just fold some foil over like this. Just make sure you season the top with salt and also pepper. So now all I need to do when it's hot is fat side down and give it a beautiful golden color. Now I'm on 16 here. I'm just going to click medium, which is halfway, number 8, just to get a beautiful golden color on each side of this lamb. Meanwhile, I've got some breadcrumbs here, some parsley that you need to mix together, and thyme. Thyme is just beautiful herbs to go with lamb. Set that aside. There you go, beautiful golden color. So what I'm going to do now is paint the lamb with a bit of mustard, French, of course. That gives a bit of heat to the dish, a bit of zing and acidity, but it also helps to stick that beautiful crust on top of it, like so. What I'm going to do now is transfer it up in here. Drizzle of olive oil. A bit more salt and pepper over the top. And in the oven. All right, I'm going to check in the oven. Basically, get a knife and put it through like this. It's pretty much cooked, but I need to put it back in so I get a beautiful golden color on top. Which will take about 10 minutes, which is the same time I want to rest my lamb for. All right, I think the potatoes are ready. I wish you could smell it. It's just so beautiful. So that's what you want. It's beautiful coloration on top. So I'm going to go back to the peas. All been cooking in one pot beautifully. All the spiked bacon, the peas, spring onions, like this. Then a little bit of potato. Ooh, finger licking good, I tell you that. Just take the lamb, take the foil off, as you can see. Look at this, this is cooked to perfection. And what we've done with Scholtès MultiPlo is roasted lamb, peas à la française, and gratin dauphinois. Bon appétit.